From a janitor to a six-figure model.
It was like we literally met each other.
It was a bleak situation.
But yeah, it was don't ever feel like you have to compromise who you are. The whole point is that when someone books you, they're booking you for you. Always check in with yourself before you do anything your agent tells you to do and make sure that you're comfortable. With friends, you can't like plan anything.
Oh, speaking of, we planned my birthday trip last year.
Oh my god. 2 days.
2 days before
2 days
the trip.
before, I booked a campaign, like a 4-day campaign, right in the middle of the trip. And I always feel like I'm letting people down, which sucks.
Step into the spotlight, break the mold. It's time for role models, stories untold. To the spotlight.
Hey loves, welcome to another episode of the Role Models podcast. Today I have my really great friend with me, Riley Russell.
Hi.
She is a fellow model. She is signed with Wilhelmina, Maryland, and she has been doing her thing. She's just so amazing. I'm so happy to have you on today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about finance, business side of modeling. I want to fill you in on all that you need to know to build a successful modeling brand. Let's get straight into it.
Let's get into it.
So, Riley.
Yes.
Before you were modeling, you were a janitor. From a janitor to a six-figure model. From very humble beginnings, you were working at your school.
Yeah, so I went to University of Florida. I got my undergrad in voice performance, so I studied opera, and then I got my master's degree in business management. While I was there, I worked at the basketball stadium, and I was what they called a changeover supervisor, so I was in charge of putting together the teams to put up and take down all the events going on. Included in that was sweeping the floors and cleaning up everything you can imagine.
Wow.
After the games and all the concerts. But I actually really loved it. I was making, I think, like $8.75 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
My priorities were just in school, really, working on my music and everything. And then my senior year of college, while I was actually still working as like a custodian, I went out to LA for a summer, came back to start off my senior year, and then after my first semester of my senior year, everything just picked up. American Eagle was first. That was like the first big brand that booked me. They literally found me off of a selfie on Instagram, which we will talk about.
Yes, definitely.
Later. And then it was Free People. They're the best. Love them. And yeah, ever since, it's just been crazy. So like the last semester of my senior year of undergrad, I just left campus and I finished out online, and then I just was flying everywhere modeling. So it's been 2 years now that I've been modeling full time. I finished out college last year in August. Yeah. So that's
amazing. I feel like it's always so inspiring to hear. Modeling can be such a demanding job, but to then also be managing school along with that, because then you have to manage your own time, and like you can't really go to, I mean, some people do it, which is like kudos to them, but doing online school was definitely the way for you to be able to manage it.
I kind of had both. We did have like for COVID, because I was in school over COVID.
Yeah.
There were like a few crazy exceptions they made, obviously, because of the pandemic. My recital, I had to just film. I had FaceTime voice lessons, which was like crazy. When we did go back, we had to wear masks to sing. Yep. Yeah,
that's so crazy. I couldn't imagine.
I know, right? Shout out University of Florida. Just a second. Go Gators. That school was so incredibly supportive of my modeling career. There were definitely times where I had to juggle like work, and I'd have like a recital or something that I'd have to come back to. And UF was so good about working it out with my schedule to where I could be there in person. Once I actually made the full transition online, it became a lot easier. But with online, everything was due like 11:59 p.m. Florida time.
Oh.
Yes.
So you had to do everything early.
So, well, depending on what place
depending where you were.
I'm in. I remember I had to wake up at like 3 a.m. for like a group meeting once because I was someplace. Time management. Oh my goodness, what a lesson I learned in time management.
What was life for you like growing up? Like, what did you aspire to be?
I think, and shout out to my beautiful mother. I was raised by a single mom, and I love her. That was a really weird heart. I can't really do it with the microphone, but love my mom. Because of my mom, I was able to have a bunch of different hobbies growing up. So I feel like I always had aspirations in different fields. Like I was really, really serious about volleyball for a very long time. Then I went to the Junior Olympics twice for volleyball. That was kind of where I was headed. And then I tore my ACL.
Mhm.
Done with that. Through her, learned the importance of just independence and finding your sense of self. Really, if there was anything I wanted to do, she made it happen. If I wanted to play basketball, I played travel basketball. I played travel volleyball. I went to like an art school and I studied theater and music. I've always kind of done multiple things. Really my aspirations, I'd say were music. I literally like when I was a little girl, I dressed up as like a rock star for Halloween because I've always
Mhm.
wanted to be a singer.
Did you always have such an amazing voice growing up?
Ooh, funny enough, no. The reason we even are here now is because I started off as a dancer first.
I did not know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I went to in LA, Performing Arts Center. Shout out
Mhm.
Performing Arts Center. One day they had like a voice teacher come in and like have us all sing for her in case we wanted to audition for like musicals or something. So
Mhm.
I was like dancing like 8 hours a day. Like it was wild. I sang for her. I was like, okay, whatever. And then she called my mom after and was like,
Mhm.
you should get your daughter into lessons. My mom was
Mhm.
like, "Are you sure you're talking about my my kid?"
Really?
When I was around like 12 years old, I remember like naturally getting like a vibrato and like kind of a classical
Mm.
sound. That's when I auditioned for like this arts middle school. From there, like I learned my first Italian song and then went to like the arts high school. I was very I mean, I still obviously I am still serious about singing, but I
Mhm.
it was a very intense educational experience, I'd say. I think I learned a lot of lessons and it's definitely prepared me for life now. I was really just focused on that. And then my mom actually modeled in the 90s. She did like runway for like Chanel and Givenchy. I'll send you the picture. It's so cute. We had like a young authors thing at my
Uh-huh.
school and like I chose to write about runway modeling when I was like
What?
7. I have a picture of me holding a book that says like runway modeling and I'm like
Yeah,
5
I need the
and I'm
photo.
smiling.
That
I'm
is
like,
so
"Oh man."
cute. Was your mom modeling while you were like that around that age or?
No. So she like after we were all born, she stopped. She was just raising us like full time.
Got it. Yeah.
In the back of my head, she would just tell stories about, you know, like her career and everything. And I loved listening to them and I loved looking at her book because she has like the physical
Oh,
books.
yeah.
I would always go and just look through all her
That's
pictures.
amazing because yeah, back then they had like more
Like
physical books.
physical
Now
books.
it's like we have our everything
Yeah.
is digital. I have a couple of physical books, which I feel like is elite. Like having a physical book
Right?
is
Oh,
needed.
it's like such a great thing to have and just I think also even like in the case of me like to be able to show to your kids and
Yeah.
yeah, it's really special. So yeah, it was always kind of in the back of my head. And then fast forward, tore my ACL. Decided to come back though and just play really for fun at AAU's at the Wide World of Sports. If you know, you know
Wait, what is
sports.
AAU?
Yeah. So nationals, we were in like division like amethyst or something. We were not doing too hot. We lost our game and I was so upset. And this woman came up to me, she's like, "Excuse me, where's your mom?" I was like, "No way, is this like a college recruiter?" That's what I thought like for volleyball.
Oh, uh-huh.
It was actually a model scout. I talked to my mom, she's like, "I'm a model scout, like here's all the stuff." Shout out Pam. You're awesome. That's who scouted me, Pam. That's kind of how my entire career began.
And then you've already done so much. You've traveled to Australia, you've been
Yeah.
international. I feel like when you get into it and things are just working out at the highest level, it's what you were meant to do. You
My
feel like
goodness.
this is something that you were meant to do?
Oh, yes. I am a big believer in the universe constantly working in your favor, even if you
Mhm.
can't see it in the moment. Everything, good, bad, everything has led me here to this very
Mhm.
chair.
Yes.
I was devastated when I tore my ACL. To have like something that I identified with so much to just be taken away, it was terrible. From that, I got scouted to model, and now I've been loving it. I get to see the world. I get to meet new people. I get to see different cultures and learn about history all over the world. I definitely think everything is right where it's meant to be right now. Yeah. I'm very thankful. I cannot be
Yeah.
more grateful. I think the reason I have fared so well thus far is 100% because of my mom. She told me from a very early age just about body positivity and again,
Mhm.
just having that sense of self and knowing that you are beyond your physical looks and in your worth, that's a very important lesson to know. Because I mean, she did runway. She did it like in like late 80s, 90s. So it was like at a time
The
where it was,
highlight of it.
yes, and also where it was like the most toxic. She really gave me like the tools and the perspective to be very prepared to handle rejection, to understand that it's not personal when you get rejected. You really have to depersonalize when it comes to all this stuff, because you are just kind of, you are a mannequin. I think nowadays it's gone a bit more complex. They're casting like beings. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that
Like,
is very true.
it's
Like
very personality
personal
based.
brand has grown so much. I
Yes.
think before you need to fit into the clothes. I feel like there's still a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And certain, like you said, with runway, I feel like there's still like that a bit, but
Mhm.
a lot of brands, like you said, they're going more for personality. They're like
Yes.
highlighting personality when we have to do our casting tapes and auditions.
Yes.
They're like, show us your personality. I like that. I enjoy that we're able to actually be ourselves and just let ourselves shine through
Right.
whatever we do. I feel like the modeling industry is definitely going in a great direction.
Yeah.
And now is an amazing time to get into it. Like if you have ever thought about getting into modeling, please take this as your sign. Go to an open call, submit online.
Yeah, submitting online really, really works. Everyone always asks me. I have so many people who ask me all the time how to get started. I'm telling you, because it's worked for me. Submit online. That's the safest way. That's the best way, because you are literally just handing it directly to them. There's no Instagram, oh gosh, is this a real account? Is this a real email? Like, there's always, on every agency, there will be a submit tab. And that is the best thing you can do. And never, ever, ever like try to pay a professional photographer to take your digitals for those. Just have a friend take it on like an iPhone.
Exactly.
That's actually
It's
better
so much
to do.
simple, more simpler than you would think. And I also give all the tips, self plug. Shameless
Where is
plug.
it at?
Oh
Where is it
no. Strike a pose. I wrote a book.
Like a pose.
And Riley's actually, she has a little
I have a
cameo
little
in
section
here.
in
She has
it.
a cameo in here.
I do.
This is a guideline for how to get into modeling. I have all the tips. So if you're interested, go get this book. It's such a simple read. It's only like 42 pages. Definitely go cop that. And
yes, I've read it. It's a great read.
And yeah, I feel like that will answer a lot of the questions that you'll have if you're wanting to get into modeling. Let's talk about a little bit more about the branding yourself. What are your tips for how to stand out on Instagram? What type of photo was it that, if you know, like what stood out to them? And what do you think that people should take from that?
It's a tricky thing, Instagram, social media in general, because obviously, we're all showing our best selves. At least for my Instagram, I think I try to really make it an equal balance of work versus showing myself as a person and what I love to do and my art. I think the best way, at least that I found, to curate my Instagram is essentially like your book for clients to see. It's kind of your way to market yourself. You have complete creative control over the way you market yourself, which is really cool. Like what I do for mine is I'll post like a good face selfie every so often, because that's what got me like American Eagle and like a little photo dump that I did. It's really important to show like your face, obviously.
Yeah.
But I do think like having a really like clean makeup, just chill selfie is really good, because that's what they want to see. They want to see who you are. I think when you have like all the makeup and you're constantly just posting photo shoot, it's like most of the time like no one's casting you off photo shoots. They're casting you off of selfies and digitals, which is how Free People found me. I posted my digitals on my Instagram. Once you get like a good set of digitals that you really like, post them on your Instagram. Like Free People, it was on their explore page.
Wow.
It's just, you never know. I'm actually trying to get a bit better about showcasing my music. Right now, my Instagram is very fashion based. Like it's built up really off of my fashion career. I'm kind of trying to very, very slowly introduce like other avenues of creativity in there.
Definitely. I feel that too. Once you've like branded yourself as this one thing, it's like making that shift can be kind of hard. It just really takes that, planning it out. Because I feel like I'm in that moment too. I want to include more of my art, and just because that's my personality. Like when I'm not modeling, I'm creating. We're creating together usually.
We literally have art nights together.
Yeah, we're like
every
always
time.
doing stuff. I feel like I need to incorporate that and showcase that more, because then that shows your personality, and you never know. Maybe I'll get booked like with something with showcasing my art, like doing a collab with a brand with my art on it, you know, things like that. Just like showing your personality and what you're capable of.
I've been booked for my like singing before, like on a shoot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Vanessa and Wilson, Wissa, love you guys. We did a shoot together where I sang like French.
What?
Like sang in French.
I love that.
It's really just about showing how lovely and awesome you are. I love taking film pictures
Yeah.
of the places I've traveled and trying more to like post some more of my film of just like places around the world. Obviously, you know, we're models. There's like, you know, there's the part of the physical, obviously, the
Yeah.
outward. But I think what will really set you apart is, you know, what you can offer and it just as a person. Showing what makes you unique is so important. You know?
Mm-hmm. Especially these days.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like you are really good about budgeting your money and like managing finances when it
Mhm.
comes to modeling, because we have a different like set of rules, I would say, when it comes to doing our taxes and things like that.
Right.
Because it's not taken out for us. All of the stuff we from when we get our money in from our jobs, we need
Mhm.
to manage the taxes, take the taxes out, pay the
Mhm.
taxes ourselves. So I want to ask you, like, what is your process of budgeting money? How often do you budget and like go and check your
Right.
finances? I know that you pay your taxes on a quarterly basis. You've inspired me to be on top of mine with that. I feel like you're really on it.
Thank you.
And
Thank
yeah,
you,
that's
Mom.
just something. Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for that.
But no, that's so necessary because honestly, I want to say, I'm just guessing, but I'm sure it's probably true. Like 90% of models probably don't know how to budget and like
Right.
how much to be put aside for taxes. Like most people, they just pay out all of they're just spending all of their money,
Right.
thinking that that's their money to spend.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Because it's such a turbulent field economically to
Mhm.
be in, it's very important to have a good handle on your finances. And it's not talked about enough. When I actually first started modeling near my senior year, obviously I still had my job as like changeover supervisor. And then I also had a job as an Italian tutor for like the
Okay.
University Athletic Association.
Uh-huh.
So I would like teach athletes Italian.
Wow.
Yeah. With that, I think especially when you're starting out and it's not as consistent, it's very important to find a job that is going to be consistently paying you, but is also willing to be flexible. And that's obviously a hard ask. But I actually think in the age that we're in post COVID, there's a lot more jobs that are accessible online. And I think that is a really good thing, especially when you're starting out and especially if you are going to be financially independent. It's good to have just like a regular, stable job. I guess when it comes to just finances in general, I think it's always good to have like a rainy day fund saved.
You'll have a week where you're just not working, then you get worried, and then you're working like every other day.
Yeah. What I try to do is I give myself like a monthly budget. I have like different categories like entertainment, clothing, food, eating out. Because obviously, when
Mhm.
we travel all the time. I can't just have groceries every week. If I have a really big travel week coming up in a week,
Mhm.
let me really try and only groceries this week. You
Smart.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really having those numbers and being able to look at them every month. And there's actually different apps that you can get to where you can like link them to your credit card.
Yeah, I use Rocket Money. Which one do you use?
Okay. So mine Amex, they like have like one
Oh, they
within
do.
the app. Yeah, I'll show you.
What?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I need to
Amex
check that out.
users, you
Okay.
have it available to you.
But yeah, Rocket Money is also a good one just to
Yeah.
like see where your money's going, and it
Right.
tells you when your next bills are coming up and things like that.
So we have like that level of just like, you know, kind of being able to survive really off of your
Mhm.
funds, right? And then when you start really saving, you can get to a point where you can start investing.
Mhm.
And either you can have like a money manager do that for you, or if you really want to like educate yourself on ways of investing and whatnot, you can do that. I think that's kind of like a personal preference in what you want to do. But I definitely think like after you reach an amount where you're like, oh, I'm more than comfortable and I have a really nice sum of money to put away, definitely start investing in any way you
I
can.
totally agree.
And then I guess like just overall write-offs, I would say.
We can write off almost everything as a model. You can write off so much, but it's just a matter of keeping track of that for one.
Yes.
It's easy now because, like we said, everything's digital, so you can just like
Right.
kind of have it
Yes.
go through your
But trust me, it's worth sitting and working through just writing off as much as you can, because anything that relates to what we do.
So do you have somebody that helps you with your taxes, or do you do it
Yeah,
yourself?
so I like will have my CPA do my taxes. I go through all my purchases and I have like an entire document of every single thing that I've written off for the year that I
Mm-hmm.
that I give over. And it's so worth it to do.
You do that quarterly or at the end of the like yearly?
I usually do it at the end of the year. I try and do it like biannually, right when it's the 6 month mark. I usually will go start
That's
going
really
through
smart. Yeah.
and starring it. Again, you can do that in the Amex app. You can
You're gonna have to
categorize.
show me this. After this, we're gonna have a little MX tutorials. You're gonna show me how to do it.
Yeah, overall, really the most important thing is to be aware. Being aware, and it's sometimes scary to be like, oh gosh, gotta look in the bank account.
Mm-hmm.
But you really should,
Yeah.
especially because you never know when your agency is going to pay you. So it's always good to just really keep track. And I think just being aware overall will just naturally cause you to save. I'm at fault for this too, where I'll just be like having a great week and I'm just like, oh, here, I'll just buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And I'm like, wait, I should probably check my account. And then I'm like, oh, yep, gotta stop spending.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, but it's so important. We have so much out of our control in what we do. Like I think because of that, it's really important to really have the things you are able to control under control. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And you touched a little bit on investing. I want to also make a point of investing in your career, even just as a model, going to different markets. Those are things that you have to save up for too. If you're planning to like
Yes.
say, oh, I want to sign in New York or I want to sign in London, they usually want you to be out there for like a month at least.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wanting to do a move like that, maybe it's slow where you're at, or you're coming from a small city and you want to move to a bigger city. You need to think about things like that and like, like you said, start saving up
Mm-hmm.
and preparing for things like that. Like you said, I like the point about not eating out as much before.
Oh yeah, see,
That's a really good point.
I really got to practice what I preach for real.
Yeah, but like you said, and
My
even just
dialogue.
going through, yeah, really, we've
Not
been
the
we've been doing
dialogue.
good because we used to go shopping a lot, and we haven't been.
We
We are
enable
not
each
good.
other.
We're not good shopping
We
together.
are not good together. We
Yeah.
enable each other. It's actually good for like, saving money friendship idea. What
Mhm.
Bree and I do is we'll have art night in and then we'll go to the grocery store down the street and we'll
Mhm.
like cook dinner together. So
Yeah.
we'll like buy some groceries together, we'll split it and we'll like cook a meal. We're
Mhm.
saving so much money, we're still having fun. That's like a great
Exactly.
way.
Instead of going out to dinner all the time, although we did just go out to dinner,
We
but
did just go out to dinner
but
and we
tonight
did
we're
just get
making
Uber Eats.
literally did both.
It's really truly though, it's about balance.
Yeah.
It's about the balance,
Mhm.
obviously, we life is life, we're going to do what we want, but again, being aware, having the balance, knowing, I think it's just that's really the first step and the best and most important step.
Going back into like going to new markets, how would you say right now you're bi-coastal?
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
investing in two different
Apartments. I have two different apartments.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for like how to go about market transitions, possibly doing bi-coastal, like how to go about that?
Yeah, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to be able to be bi-coastal. It's been about 3 months now, and yeah, it's truly been amazing. I lived in Australia this past year. While I guess technically, I mean, obviously, Los Angeles is my home. I think for the past like 6 months, I have not been in the same place for over a week.
That's very true.
Yeah. I guess then when it comes to the modeling side of that, just different markets, one of them, my hair, as you can probably tell, is darker. It's actually lighter than what was done to it, but a lot of markets want you to change your look.
Mhm.
And in New York, they wanted me to dye my hair dark. And because I watched America's Next Top Model since I was like 10, I was ready to go to the salon. I was mentally prepared. I knew it was going to happen. Having that readiness to be like, okay, are you willing to change your hair color? I'd say that's probably like the biggest thing that
With
agencies
different
would
markets.
change.
Yeah.
Would probably be your hair color. There's like things like that, just kind of like a willingness to adjust to the market
Mhm.
that you're in. And I mean,
Weather.
I was yeah, so it's really cold in New York. I've lived in Los Angeles and Florida my whole life. I've never been through winter. And that has been an adjustment for
Mhm.
sure. The overall theme, though, in all these places I've lived, one, if you're able to do it because I think solo travel and being able to see the world is incredible.
Mhm.
If you're able to do it, I feel so fortunate to be able to do it. I've learned so much about myself, and obviously it wasn't all perfect the entire time, but I think it was a really necessary growth moment for me, everything. I would say don't be afraid to travel alone. If Just be smart about it. Educate yourself about the place you're going to because one, you want to know the place you're going to, and two, just like culturally to know where you're going is really cool and important.
Mhm.
And then I also just think like being able to find a any sort of peace and like some sort of like consistent thing in these places, like for me, even though all these places have different climates and weather and all that, for me, I found like peace through art. So like everywhere I go, I always try to find like a museum to go
Mhm.
to because for me, I think just like seeing art and feeling inspired artistically brings me peace and grounding. I think when you're traveling so much, you can really start feeling a bit ungrounded. For me, I've found that having just like a consistent thing to do in all these places and a place to like have peace in all these places is so important. When it's not art, it's obviously nature. I love to hike and I think being in nature is the best. You
Mhm.
remember your priorities, especially
Definitely.
because all this is so materialistic all the time. It's really
Mhm.
nice to just be able to be like, okay, let's center.
Yeah.
From a financial perspective, especially for apartments, you'd be surprised at the affordability of apartments. And it really just comes with research
And mindset.
and mindset. Yes. Because, like, for example, I had like a pretty big one bedroom here in LA. I now downsized to a studio, but I now have an apartment in LA and I got an apartment in New York and I'm paying less money for 2 apartments than I am for my one that I had before. It's just about being smart and doing your research. Yeah, that's what I would say from a financial
Yeah.
standpoint when it comes to travel.
Yeah, I do want to touch on like the mindsets perspective because I
Mhm.
feel like we have a very similar like
Yes.
mindset. We're very optimistic people
Mhm.
and we attract things because of the way that we expect things to be abundant for us. There's people that'll be like, "Oh, I can't do this." They're making excuses instead of thinking there is a way. So when you
Mhm.
believe that there is a way will be made for you, you
Mhm.
know? So I feel like
Yes.
just kind of making sure that you're reprogramming your mind into a way that is attracting the things that you want. What would you say? Do you feel like
Okay.
that's helped a lot with
Oh man, I think you are I think better at manifesting than me.
what?
Yeah, you said
I feel like we're both up there. I feel like we're both
you've inspired me to manifest more. Like I
really.
truly, yeah, I think through like
Oh, okay.
yeah, knowing you. I've like been better about manifesting.
Mhm.
I think having really positive intentions, like positivity attracts positivity.
Mhm.
And also just being really comfortable with yourself, I think sets you apart, especially in the industry that we're in, you
Mhm.
know? Um,
That's that confidence is key
yes,
because it shines through with the photos and everything. Like
right.
you need to show up to everything you do with confidence, even if you're
Yes.
not confident. Act confident.
Yes,
You
because
know.
yeah, it's only really been 2 years that I've been doing this again full time, so like there are moments where I'm really not feeling confident. I honestly like go back to my acting
Mhm.
classes and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is like you are let's just pretend. You should just
Mhm.
fake really fake it till you make it. But yeah, no, I definitely think like how we met each other, like it was
Mhm.
like we literally met each
It
other.
was a bleak situation.
But yeah, it was it was out through work, but like how amazing that we
Mhm.
got to meet each other like through work and like fully
Mhm.
like that was so meant to be.
Yeah,
Like, and I
absolutely.
also was gonna say, I think like surrounding yourself with people who inspire you as a person and are really like positive impact and influence on your life is so important because I
Mhm.
mean we're constantly traveling, we're constantly away from each other,
Mhm.
but we always talk, and then when we're back in town, it's like we never skip a beat.
Exactly. Prioritizing people who feed your soul and,
Yeah,
make you feel good.
and help you with your confidence too.
Mhm. Yeah, and I feel like
Yes.
we're always bouncing off ideas off of each other for
Oh
our career.
yeah.
We're always talking about our career. I feel like
Yes.
we're very business oriented people
We
in
are.
general. So I feel like that's why we
Yes.
have become so successful
Mm-hmm.
in this career. If you're serious about it, you have to really be like having these brainstorm sessions with friends, like find other
Oh
people who are
yeah.
in it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
get together and, build upon each other, build up each other and, just be that supporting block.
Even from like a business standpoint, manifesting as in just writing down your goals, like your career
Mm-hmm.
goals.
Yeah.
And even like once you have an agency, if you have an agency, like remind them, hey,
That's a big
remind,
point. I want to get into
yeah,
that deeper.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like, hey, like these are my goal clients. Like, even though like I still, oh my gosh, I've been with my agencies now since like 2019. I'm literally gonna go in like Monday and be like, hey, after what 6 years, here's a reminder
Mm-hmm.
of
Exactly.
all the clients that I would still love.
Although you do work for your agency also works for you. So you should be telling them like these are the goals that I have. So
Yes.
let's, make a plan to attain these goals.
Right. Yeah. You guys are a team,
Yeah, exactly. Your
And you have
team
to
will
make
working
sure,
together.
yeah, and you have to make sure like the vision aligns,
That too, because some agencies might not be in alignment with your vision.
Yeah, maybe they'd want to sign you, and it's happened to me where, I'll go and like meet with a bunch of agencies, and like it'll be a positive response, but they don't necessarily see me in the way I want to be promoted,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore like it's not a good match. And that's okay.
Exactly.
It's just like you like patience and trusting yourself and trusting your gut is really important.
I was just watching this podcast today. It was Lewis Howe's, like the School for Greatness, and this manifesting coach. She was saying like there was like four things for manifesting. One of them was like patience. But the one that really stood out that is in alignment with what we're talking about now is that don't settle for less. So like you're saying, like, yeah, you could have gotten an offer from an agency, but they don't have the same vision that you have for yourself.
Oh
You
yeah.
could be like, oh, I want to get signed so bad, so I'm just going to go with them. There's an agency out there that is in alignment with what you want. So be patient and keep honing in on what your vision is, and you will you will find that person, or that person will find you.
Yes.
That is in alignment. That's when I think about like the attracting thing, how I was saying earlier. I believe in this stuff so like to a point. Like I believe that if you just energetically,
Oh yeah.
you need to stay open for what's really meant for you. If you settle for less, then you're not going to get that goal that you're striving for. I wanted to talk about how you were saying that your agents they had you change your hair color.
Oh yeah.
A little point I wanted to make about that is don't change your hair color on your own. I feel like everything, like you said, your agents are your team. So everything has to be like a conversation. You guys have to agree upon it.
Yeah.
I've heard too many girls that have like got dropped because they are doing stuff on their own and not like, as far as like getting tattoos, dyeing their hair, cutting hair, things like that. Like major appearance changes, like your agents will drop you if you didn't like consult with them,
Which is wild.
about that.
I keep saying that.
It's just wild. If you know me, I've had braids in for the past 6 going on 7 years, because that is my look in the modeling industry. And I'm actually thinking about going back to my old braids. And actually, like you were saying, how your New York agents wanted you to switch up your hair. My New York agency and my Paris agency want me to wear my hair with no braids, actually. So that would be a completely new change for me. But I know in LA, they want the braids. So it's just like having that to balance that, going back and forth. Like if I were going to be bi-coastal, like managing doing both.
Literally, it's happening to me right now where I booked a job in London, and my hair is not blonde. I have to go back to blonde for like 1 week. And then for Fashion Week castings, I have to go back to brunette for 1 week. And then I have to go back to blonde for South Africa. So I literally have to change my hair 3 times in the span of 3 weeks. The curls are definitely going to pass away after that.
There's also, it's like you don't have to do these things. Like we said, your agents work for you just as much as you work for them.
Oh, yeah.
So really if you don't want to
and don't feel comfortable, do not do it.
Exactly. You
do not do it. Don't sacrifice. Yeah. I always say this. My friends will know. But it's like extension versus compromise. Like, don't feel like you're ever compromising yourself. Maybe extending a little is okay, but don't ever feel like you have to compromise who you are for this, because that's the whole point. Is that when someone books you, they're booking you for you. Always check in with yourself before you do anything your agent tells you to do, and make sure that you're comfortable and you're in a good and healthy place.
What's one misconception about being a model that you wish more people understood?
I love to travel and I love to see the world, and I am beyond fortunate and grateful. We all are. I mean, we're so lucky just to have each other, and to be able to work and do this as a living.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what people forget, and I forget, is how exhausting and how physical this job is. Traveling is incredible, and like working every day and like never being in the same place all the time. But it's also really ungrounding. You can't make plans with friends. You can't like plan anything.
Speaking of, we have my birthday. We planned my birthday trip last year for a whole half of the year.
Talk about it.
A whole since June, and my birthday was in August.
May. It was May. May, Bree. Since May.
May.
We have been planning Bree's birthday trip to Japan. It's been my dream to go to Japan. I have been researching so much on the culture and the history and everything matcha because I love matcha.
We booked everything.
We booked the matcha ceremony. We had everything.
We both are a day?
2 days.
2 days before
2 days before, I booked a campaign, like a 4-day campaign, right in the middle of the trip. For me, I think just because I am such a workaholic, and also I think just because of like where I came from, it's very rare that I really like turn down a job that's a big deal, and this was a big deal.
Yeah.
And thank God for you and Raina who understood my situation.
We're both models. Yeah. I feel like that's a good thing of having model friends because we understand.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's like holding it against
you. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that happens all the time where I have to cancel plans and I always feel like I'm letting people down, which sucks. But I guess I would just say like a common misconception is like you really dedicate yourself to this. You are on call. It can be very lonely. It can be very isolating. And I think people don't realize that. So I think at the same time as I am, I think we can understand how lucky we are. But we can also understand that there are challenges that come with what we do, just like with any job.
For anyone who is listening and feels stuck, whether it's financially, professionally, or creatively, what would you say to motivate them to keep going?
Oh, that's an important question. I think we are really blinded by what we think is best for us a lot of the time, like what direction we think is the best for us. And sometimes you're like really trying to open a door and it's so clearly not working out for you. You really have to open your mind and keep your perspectives open, because that is truly, I think, the biggest theme in my life that has allowed me to reach so many different avenues of work and art. You're cutting yourself off to all your potential if you just kind of close off into one thing. Be educated and learn about the things you want to do. It sounds so random, but just researching even just like avenues and like when it comes to finances, having a good handle on your finances and just educating yourself on finance. Again, sounds wild.
No, this is amazing. I'm loving these.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Thank you. A lot of fear and anxiety, and this is coming from someone who has all those things, comes from unknowns. And so I think being able to understand as much as you can what is causing you that fear and anxiety will really aid you in moving past from it. Finances can be super, super scary, but I'm telling you, it's so daunting, but really just immerse yourself in it. And actually, like, shout out to Carlin, my sister. She like listens to finance podcasts. I have to get on her level, honestly. Ooh. So she makes it fun, and I think that's actually really cool.
I love that. Make it fun.
Carlin, proud of you. Understand that while it's a really tough time and you can't see it, because we all just have like those blinders on to our own perspectives a lot of the time, just know you're on the right path, and that you have to stay positive, and it's so hard. Yeah, like I said, just keeping an open mind, and always so important is self-love. Finding things to do, anything that you love to do, make time to do it, no matter what. Always make time for yourself. I feel like that's also really important. That is my advice to you.
And I just want to add on to that, piggyback, as well as that, take action.
Oh my goodness.
Because you can plan and prepare all you want.
Yes.
But sometimes your preparation is just procrastination. So please
she's calling me
take action on all of these things that she just said.
But I'm getting better.
Yes, exactly. And this is another thing, reprogramming what you're saying about yourself.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's
This
great.
is a whole nother podcast.
Wait, yeah,
speech,
what?
But
We're getting so deep. So sorry.
But
I'm a
this is the
Pisces. I'm a
things-
Pisces.
Yeah, this is me every day. I'm constantly listening to podcasts. I
Yeah,
feel like
you're
I
so
started
good
that.
about podcasts.
What did I say? Planning can turn into procrastination.
Yeah.
I got that from this well, she's a YouTuber. Her name is Adama Lorna. Shout out to her. I've been
Ooh.
loving her YouTube channel. And but there was something that you said, like you said, find a like if you're feeling stuck creatively, or financially, you said do research. But along with that research, apply that research. We can learn so many things.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
But knowing and doing are two different things. So make sure you're putting action along with that knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. Lastly,
Uh-oh.
what's next for you, Riley? Do you have any
goodness.
projects that you're working on or goals that you're excited about?
I have my music, and it has been, oh man, years in the making of doing, and I finally have kind of come to the place where I feel really good about perhaps releasing some music. This month, I'm going to maybe put something out, so that's a really big project that I've been really passionate about and been working on for a while. So I have that going on. I'm just going to continue, find the balance between modeling and art and music. Yeah, I'd say at this point, it's really just about getting to see the world, meeting new people, creating cool art, and what I'm working on now is sharing that art. I'm working on this right now. So this is, again, practice what I preach.
Mm-hmm.
I think just opening up the idea that this is not about you, your art. You have been given this beautiful gift to create, right? You know?
That's such an interesting point.
We are vessels of art. Like we've been given a gift to give to other people, and I think it'd be a shame if
you're keeping it all for yourself.
Yes, if you're able to like change lives for the better, which would be incredible to be able to do through art. If you're able to do it, like you might as well try. And I mean, hopefully people will vibe with it. I guess.
I love that point that you made where you said that we are a vessel and our gift is meant to be shared. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into the podcast. Again, this is the Role Models podcast. And
Thank you, Bree,
please,
for having me.
of course.
Bree's the best. Love you.
Yes, thank you for being here. I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's just like just having a friend and just having to be free, and we get to just conversate how we usually do is amazing. Love that we were able to make this happen with our crazy schedules.
Like truly.
Yeah.
Like truly meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. For all those tuning in, please make sure to comment and give us a like if you want to see more videos like this. And for Riley, can you let us know where to find you?
So my Instagram is Riley Russell with 3 R's in Russell. Hopefully at this point, my Spotify will be out and that'll just be Riley Russell, and you can see some of my tunes on there.
And we'll make sure to tag her in the description so you guys can definitely click the link down there and find her. And you can also click the link down there to get the book, Strike a Pose.
Strike a Pose.
And with that concludes today's podcast. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited. I really hope that this inspires you all out there to take action.
Yes.
And start your careers.
Stay
and really,
positive.
Yeah, stay positive.
Create art.
Have that mindset shift, and really just start building your brand, building your career, and executing on the highest level.
You got this.
Peace.
Peace.